You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans. We have Sheila and Luna bonding, which is double trouble for Steffy, literally her worst nightmare. You can bet those two will come for Finn's wife. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's talk about how Luna and Sheila could sabotage Steffy. 5 things they may do so they can get her out of the way and Finn can be in their lives. But first, please subscribe if you are not following us. All right, so Sheila just found out Luna is her granddaughter, and she went from hating her to loving her in 2 seconds flat. Luna is the only grandchild Sheila can have any connection to because Steffy banned her from seeing baby Hayes and also from her own son, Finn. But with Luna, it's her choice because she's the one who came looking for her grandma, and Sheila is the only person Luna has, period, right now. So Sheila and Luna are both desperate to have a relationship with Finn, and there's one person standing in the way, and of course that person is Steffy Forrester. So I totally expect Luna and Sheila to put their heads together and find a way to get rid of their mutual problem, which is Steffy, to clear a path to Finn. So we were thinking about this, and we've got 5 ways Sheila and Luna could sabotage Steffy to get what they want. So the first thing Sheila and Luna could do to remove Steffy as an obstacle would be easy peasy and take very little effort. And that is them trying to get into Finn's head and manipulating him into giving Sheila and Luna a chance. You know, Sheila was able to do that before with Finn. That's how she wound up with him visiting her in jail, hugging her at the courthouse, staying around for her wedding, you know? And Luna already has a head start because she's Finn's kid and he was robbed of being her dad her whole life. So he wants to be there for Luna and get to know her despite the Poppy mess. So Luna may actually have an easier path than Sheila to get closer to Finn. But Luna can also play up the family connection and pull Sheila into it. And it's not like Finn is the sharpest spoon in the shed. So Sheila and Luna may be able to manipulate him, wrap him around their finger somehow. However, Steffy may expect this and see it coming. So I don't think it would be as easy as you'd think. So Luna and Sheila may have to put in a little more effort than that. So let's move on to the next thing on our list they may try. The second thing is they may sabotage Steffy by pulling a move from Sheila's past playbook of perverse plots. Remember when she swapped Brooke's bottle of non-alcoholic champagne for the real stuff? Sheila pushed Brooke right off the wagon. Thomas knew, but he never told anybody. So that's something that Sheila could absolutely pull again, only not with booze, but painkillers, the thing that Steffy was once addicted to. I bet between Luna and Sheila, they could spike Steffy's coffee or sneak some of it into her food. And once they get her hooked again, Finn would be shocked. And it could be at such low levels, she might not even feel the addiction creeping back. I've seen this on some different crime shows. This is plausible. Steffy, of course, would deny using pills again because she wouldn't be, and she would have no idea how the addiction came back, and that could cause problems for them. And if she accused Sheila and Luna, it might sound random, like an addict who's making up excuses for what they are doing. And the timing of this would kind of be interesting. So about the timing, Jacqueline MacInnes Wood is almost 7 months pregnant with her 5th child. So she's going to be going on maternity leave this year. And Steffy could wind up, if they did this plot, you know, leaving to check into some sort of rehab. Absolutely, I think Luna and Sheila could push Steffy into full-blown addiction. And I know that sounds awful, but Luna and Sheila are awful. So don't count anything out. So a third option for this diabolical duo of Luna and Sheila is that they get somebody else to do their dirty work. That way, no blame can fall on them and Steffy would still be sabotaged. One obvious choice would be Sheila's new friend, Poppy. And I'm sure Sheila would happily strangle Poppy because she slept with very young Finn, but Sheila could play nice and trick her instead. They could gaslight Poppy into going after Steffy, which would be a kind of a win-win-win because it could punish Poppy and get Steffy out of the way and clear the path to Finn. Sheila could lie to Poppy and say that she gets what happened with her and Finn because the heart wants what it wants, yada yada. And Poppy craves acceptance right now, although she doesn't want to be around Luna, but Poppy doesn't even have to know that Luna is hanging around Sheila, you know? Deacon's wife could convince Poppy that Steffy is unfairly hating on Poppy and on Sheila. She might even encourage Poppy to pursue Finn and tell her that she thinks that Poppy's better for him than Steffy because her daughter-in-law doesn't listen to him, doesn't respect him, and always steamrolls over Finn. That could push Poppy to make a play for him, and that could provoke Steffy. That drama could mess up Finn and Steffy's marriage. Heck, it could even provoke Steffy to attack Poppy and wind up arrested. That way, Luna and Sheila could see Poppy punished and Steffy experiencing life behind bars, even if it's just for a few minutes before she's bailed out really fast. All right, a fourth big idea for Sheila and Luna to take aim at Steffy would be to enlist another enemy of hers. As much as Finn's mom and daughter dislike Steffy right now, there's somebody who hates her more, and that's Hope Logan. Not only do Steffy and Hope have years of bad history and pent-up anger from that rivalry over Liam, but Steffy hates that Hope kissed Finn. Plus, Steffy just went back on what Eric and Ridge promised Carter, and she fired Hope. Steffy also read Hope for filth during the firing about how they can't keep Hope for the future because the virtues that it advertises aren't true anymore since Hope and Carter stole the Forresters' company. So at this point, Hope is also the closest she's ever been on B&B to being a villain. And when Carter refuses to walk out of Forrester Creations with her, then Hope will have lost everything. So if Luna and Sheila roll up on her with a plan to get payback on Steffy, you know, Hope might jump at the chance. We also know she filmed a lot with Deacon, and that's right where Luna and Sheila are going to be. So she might consider working with her stepmother, Sheila. You know, she might be less enthusiastic about working with her granddaughter, Luna, but if it meant seeing Steffy go down in flames, Hope might jump on board the crazy train, especially if it involved her getting another crack at Finn. So Hope might be Sheila and Luna's best option to wreak havoc, and they may work with somebody who wants Steffy to pay as much as they do. Now, fifth and finally, one absolute last resort we got to mention is that Sheila and Luna could always try to kill Steffy again. You know, Sheila shot Steffy and Luna was going to let her get smushed by a wrecking ball, so they'd be top suspects, and that's a problem with this plan. So it would definitely need to look like an accident. And it'd be even better if Luna and Sheila had alibis for the time this accident happened. And they could actually combine this with another strategy that I mentioned. They could slip Steffy some drugs so it looks like she's been using again behind Finn's back. And then Sheila and Luna could give Steffy a much larger dose, put her in her car on that same windy road, you know, the one that Emma was on when she drove off and plummeted to her death. Let Steffy do that, and then she wouldn't be a problem anymore, and they could be sitting at Il Giardino where there are witnesses who never saw them leave. You know, they could work it out. The bottom line, I cannot imagine that Luna and Sheila are going to sit around braiding each other's hair and having tea parties and just let everything be bygones. They are not going to accept Steffy keeping Finn from them, so we'll have to see if they try any of the antics suggested in our list.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.